Hi everyone, I'm Surabhi. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to review 3 books from Magic School Bus series. The first one is Inside Ralphie, a book about germs, very much relevant to today's times. Magic School Bus spins a web. And the third one, Lost in the Solar System. So first one, the Magic School Bus series is a science-based series. It has movies and videos all. I have not watched them, but this is like a very old series. So that's why I was curious about this series, and I actually served so many books in library about it. But in my personal experience, there are very few Magic School series books which are relevant to the ages of 6 to 7, in the sense of my kids' age group, because they're a little complicated. So but there are quite a few books which are like really good for this age. So I have 3 of them, and I'm going to show them inside, and maybe you can choose better that would it suit to your child's level or not. So starting with the first one, Magic School Bus Inside Ralphie, a book about germs. So in this one, they are talking. So there's Miss Frizzle, the teacher. She takes the kids on different trips, field trips, where their bus which they have changes into different things. Sometimes it becomes helicopter, sometimes it becomes a spider, sometimes it becomes an animal. This is the Magic School Bus, which can become anything. And this science teacher teaches the topics using actually real life scenario, like they go inside the body, they go inside the solar system, they go inside the ocean, because they have the Magic School Bus. So in this book, there's a boy in their class who is Ralphie, who is sick. So now what is happening inside him? Why did he go sick? So what they do is the Magic School Bus goes inside. So these are the things. So they are wordy books. It's not a very simple one, it's a little wordy, but the one thing I tell you is this thing. Can you see this? The Magic School Bus goes inside the body, and then it's inside the bloodstream. So they talk about white blood cells, red blood cells. They think that the blood should be red, but no, the blood is not red. Oh yeah, blood is not red, it is transparent. But there is red blood cells, there is white blood cells. What is their contribution? What takes oxygen? All these kind of things is there. Like white blood cells search out and destroy germs. Platelet help the body heal scrapes and cuts. Red blood cells carry oxygen to all parts of body. So you are getting all the scientific information in a story kind of way, and it's fun. For my 5 and 6-year-old, it's all fun here. So now how they show germs is that they have got inside the body, and then these green ones are the bacteria, are the germs. And what are they doing? They are making, scratching the throat, and because there's so many bacteria, see, and how they are multiplying. This also they talk about in this book, that then the bacteria began to divide. There were 4, then 8, then more and more. There were too many bacteria for the white blood cells to battle on their own. So that way they explain to you that how a body fights with the germs. And then the best part, which is like my favorite part of the book, can you see what's happening, how this attaches to it, and then it attaches to the bus. So I'll read that part to you. It also tells that the medicines, backup support. When the white blood cells are not able to fight, then the medicine come as a backup. So see, the medicine is giving the white blood cells a chance. Just then a white blood cell sprayed antibodies all over the bus. So it's talking about that term, that antibodies go attached to the germ, which is a third party material, third party substance, and then white blood cells come and attack. So all that scientific concept is given in this book in a very story type of way. I don't know my kids get it or not, but it gives you a way to talk to kids about how exactly germs fight, how exactly your body fights with the germs, all those things. So I'll read it to you so that you get the clarity. Just then a white blood cell sprayed antibodies all over the bus. It is the antibody's job to mark bacteria. That is how the white blood cells know what to attack. Ralphie's white blood cells are doing such a great job. They now recognize us enemies too. So like that is happens, and then how they come out of this one, and all the stories there. So it is a fun book. It is an interesting book, and it's too much relevant, especially in times why, what is happening, why are we falling sick, and what are germs and all those kind of things. Though this book focus on bacteria, it's not on the virus. And so this is what is a book very well loved. We have this one. So hope you enjoyed this one if you want in a library. Now I'll move to the second book, that is The Magic School Bus Spins a Web. So we did a lab book for spiders. We read the Charlotte Web as a read aloud. So, you know, webs, and we see webs all around here when you go for walks and everything. So this book is very relevant. It is in a library for a long time, but again I picked up recently again to read about spiders, their webs, all those kind of things. So it's again very technical book. It talks about spiders, you know, how they make the web, radial, spirals, and how they eat their fly, whatever they catch, how some threads are sticky, some are not sticky. It talks about different kind of spiders, you know, how do they catch, in 3 different ways how they can catch you. So I'll explain to you, which this is again, they are watching a movie and then they will go inside the movie and like this. So now they are attached to a web. So why spider is not getting stuck to the web? Why we are stuck to the web? And then it comes like that, you know, it talks about the op spider. You pull, this is an op spider, Phoebe said. You pulled on the signal line and told it dinner was ready. So, you know, it tells you that how a spider catches and how it gets to know it doesn't stick in everything. Then this one is, they cut it and then they go. So that is the first kind of spider they say. Then you go to the second one, the spiders which live under the ground. I'll read that to you. Suddenly a spider came out of the ground and grabbed the centipede. Where did it go? Tim looked at the ground. There is some kind of trapdoor hidden here. That could be why the creature who made it is called the trapdoor spider. I get it. The trapdoor spider hides in here until something juicy comes along, and then she opens the door and gotcha! So like that. So they show that how some spiders live under here. So their web is not that good. So not all the spider make webs. They hide under the ground and cover themselves, but this is like the trap spiders. Then the third one is these ones. The spiders which throw the web on you and then trap it and then pull it back. This is the third kind of spider. They also, the pictures are really very, very, you know, big and attractive. Words, anyways, you have to read them unless the child reads. And then the bus becomes a spider. How do you know bus become a spider? Okay, let's check. 8 legs? Check. Spider silk spinners? Check. Okay, so you can talk basic things about spiders, that, you know, spinnerets, they spin the web, how, why spider win web, what is the difference between insect and a spider. It has 8 legs, insect has 6 legs, and that's how it goes. And then, you know, they become different kind of spiders. First they become the op spider, then they become, you know, trapdoor, no, they throw this kind, and then trapdoor spider, and then that's how they come back. So it's a very interesting book when you are introducing about terminology or scientific concept about spiders or their webs in a very, very simple and story kind of way. So even my 5-year-old who is not interested in any science kind of concept, she loves this book. And the third one is The Magic School Bus. So it is complicated, not interested, not liked by my 5-year-old, because this is, you know, another kind of Magic School Bus book in fact that it does not have more story, it has more of facts. So like if you see, this has these kind of facts. All the discussion is about facts. I don't know how they differentiate it, but you can see that's what, before you get a Magic School Bus book, you need to check personally yourself that, you know, what kind of magic series book it is. A story based book, it's a fact based book. So this is also, the facts are to the point, very relevant. Like so here they are going to solar system. So the bus has gone to solar system. So if you want to look at the pictures, it's very relevant. All looks good, similar. Pictures are very clear. Polar ice cap, canyons, dynamos, and the fact like, is there life on Mars? By Molly. No life has been found on Mars. Living things need water, and there is no liquid water on Mars. So space scientists think life probably cannot exist there. So if you see, the facts are to the point, very age appropriate, and easy for a 6 or 7 year old who's reading the book by themselves, very easy. But just when I do read a lot of these things, it doesn't catch the attention of someone like 5 year old who is not interested. So if a child is interested in all the space and all, then it's a good book. But doing a read aloud to a child who's listening, waiting for a story, this book did not work for us. But still, for the fact based of my elder one, they're amazing. Why is Mars red? Mars look red because there's a lot of rusty iron in its soil. The sky looks pinkish because there's red dust in the air. So see, all the pictures are so clear. This red spot. So very basic science book for kids. These are really wonderful. So that's what I have these one in my library, and if you enjoy them, please give it a try. Thank you. Bye bye.